My experience growing up in America, I grew up in a single parent home. I had parents that were married, but then they got divorced. My mother is Mexican, my father is Black. So growing up, I had a lot of my family on my mother's side. I'm very close to my Latino side of my family. Growing up, I did have friends of different races. One of my best friends when I was little was white, but then as I got older, it just seemed like it became I was around just one race. When I went to church, the church was predominantly all Black. And then when I went off to college, I went to HBCU. All my friends there were Black. When I got out of college, though, I experienced a multicultural church in Philadelphia. That was my first time. I went there. There was people of all different races. I got to experience just different things as far as culture, food, and it was a great experience. And it also just kind of showed me what the gospel kind of looked like, because God died for all of us, and it wasn't just one race in the church. So I enjoyed that. And then I came to Grace and I got to see a glimpse of that again. So now that's just been my view as far as wanting to make sure that I cross culture lines and being with other people of other races in worship and outside as much as possible. I think that unity and diversity in the church enhances because, again, Christ died for us all, and He made us a body in Christ. And of course, our body all looks different. There are some parts that look the same, but then there's other parts that don't, and we all function differently. And I think that's kind of like with even different cultures and races. We look different, but in the body, we need to work together to actually function properly to spread the gospel. I think a segregated church sends the message to society, for some, that God is only for one race. But it really depends on who's looking at the church, because I've been to churches that were all Black, and I never really thought anything different if I looked at an all-white church and then looked at an all-Black church. I guess it's kind of the view of the person, and for some people it may be a hindrance, or maybe something that will block them from actually wanting to know Christ. And a multicultural church is kind of it's showing unity. It's showing unity amongst the body. It's showing what the world should look like, and God doesn't see any colors, and that, we're able to work together no matter what color or race or, what ethnics we come from. I guess the most influential one would be my mother. She's Mexican, but I feel like she's still part of me. I'm still part of that. But just the love that she showed, and her sacrifice for me, and I don't know, that culture actually, I feel like I embrace more than anything because of how she raised me and the love that she showed, and through my family as well. So, my name is Angela Way, and now you know a little bit more about me.